In short, a crypto wallet is a tool that you can use to interact with a blockchain network. There are various crypto wallet types, which can be divided into three groups: software, hardware, and paper wallets. Depending on their working mechanisms, they may also be referred to as hot or cold wallets. The majority of crypto wallet providers are based on software, which makes their use more convenient than hardware wallets. However, hardware wallets tend to be the most secure alternative. Paper wallets, on the other hand, consist of a wallet printed out on a piece of paper, but their use is now deemed obsolete and unreliable. Contrary to popular belief, crypto wallets don't truly store digital assets. Instead, they provide the tools required to interact with a blockchain. In other words, these wallets can generate the necessary information to send and receive cryptocurrency via blockchain transactions. Among other things, such information consists of one or more pairs of public and private keys. The wallet also includes an address, which is an alphanumeric identifier that is generated based on the public and private keys. Such an address is, in essence, a specific location on the blockchain to which coins can be sent to. This means you can share your address with others to receive funds, but you should never disclose your private key to anyone. The private key gives access to your cryptocurrencies, regardless of which wallet you use. So even if your computer or smartphone gets compromised, you can still access your funds on another device as long as you have the corresponding private key or seed phrase. Note that the coins never truly leave the blockchain. They are just transferred from one address to another. Whether you are a frequent trader or a Bitcoin hodler, you need to have a wallet address to store and trade crypto. You can use the hot wallet provided by your crypto exchange, a mobile wallet you install on your phone, a browser extension, a desktop wallet, or a hardware wallet. As mentioned, cryptocurrency wallets may also be defined as hot or cold according to the way they operate. A hot wallet is any wallet that is connected somehow to the internet. For example, when you create an account on Binance and send funds to your wallets, you are depositing into Binance's hot wallet. These wallets are quite easy to set up, and the funds are quickly accessible, making them convenient for traders and other frequent users. Cold wallets, on the other hand, have no connection to the internet. Instead, they use a physical medium to store the keys offline, making them resistant to online hacking attempts. As such, cold wallets tend to be a much safer alternative to storing your coins. Software wallets. Software wallets come in many different types, each with its own unique characteristics. Most of them are somehow connected to the internet hot wallets. The following are descriptions of some of the most common and important types: web, desktop, and mobile wallets. Web wallets. You can use web wallets to access blockchains through a browser interface without having to download or install anything. This includes both exchange wallets and other browser-based wallet providers. In most cases, you can create a new wallet and set a personal password to access it. However, some service providers hold and manage the private keys on your behalf. Although this may be more convenient for inexperienced users, it's a dangerous practice. If you don't hold your private keys, you're trusting your money to someone else. To address this problem, many web wallets now allow you to manage their keys, either entirely or through shared control via multi-signatures. So it's important to check the technical approach of each wallet before choosing the most suitable for you. When using cryptocurrency exchanges, you should consider making use of the protection tools available. Desktop wallets. As the name implies, a desktop wallet is a software you download and execute locally on your computer. Unlike some web-based versions, desktop wallets give you full control over your keys and funds. When you generate a new desktop wallet, a file called wallet, that will be stored locally on your computer. This file contains the private key information used to access your cryptocurrency addresses, so you should encrypt it with a personal password. If you encrypt your desktop wallet, you will be required to provide your password every time you run the software so that it can read the wallet, that file. If you lose this file or forget your password, you will most likely lose access to your funds. Thus, it's crucial to back up your wallet, that file, and keep it somewhere safe. Alternatively, you can export the corresponding private key or seed phrase. By doing so, you will be able to access your funds on other devices in case your computer stops working or becomes inaccessible somehow. In general, desktop wallets may be considered safer than most web versions, but it's crucial to make sure your computer is clean of viruses and malware before setting up and using a cryptocurrency wallet. Mobile wallets. Mobile wallets function much like their desktop counterparts, but are designed specifically as smartphone applications. These are quite convenient as they allow you to send and receive cryptocurrencies through the use of QR codes. As such, mobile wallets are particularly suitable for performing daily transactions and payments, making them a viable option for spending Bitcoin, BNB, and other cryptocurrencies in the real world. Trust Wallet is a prominent example of a mobile crypto wallet. Just as computers, however, mobile devices are vulnerable to malicious apps and malware infection. So it's recommended that you encrypt your mobile wallet with a password and back up your private keys or seed phrase in case your smartphone gets lost or broken. Hardware wallets. Hardware wallets are physical electronic devices that use a random number generator (RNG) to generate public and private keys. The keys are then stored in the device itself, which isn't connected to the internet. As such, hardware storage constitutes a type of cold wallet and is deemed as one of the most secure alternatives. You should consider using a hardware wallet if you plan to hold your crypto for a long time or if you're holding large amounts of cryptocurrency. Currently, most hardware wallets allow you to set up a PIN code to protect your device, as well as a recovery phrase, which can be used in case your wallet is lost. Hardware wallets are devices specially designed to securely store private keys. They are considered safer than desktop or smartphone wallets, mainly because they don't connect to the internet at any point. These properties significantly reduce the attack vectors available to malicious parties, as it means that they can't tamper with the device remotely. A good hardware wallet ensures that private keys never leave the device. They are normally held in a special place in the device that doesn't allow them to be removed. Since hardware wallets are offline at all times, they must be used alongside another machine. Because of the way they're built, they can be plugged into infected PCs or smartphones without any risk of the private key leaking. From there, they interact with software that allows the user to view their balance or make a transaction. Wallets that store private keys on internet-connected computers or smartphones leave users' funds vulnerable to a wide range of attacks. Malware can detect crypto-related activity on these devices and drain the user's funds. A hardware wallet is like an impenetrable vault with a small slot. When the user wants to create a transaction that the network will accept, they push it through the slot. Imagine that on the other side of the slot, an elf performs some cryptographic magic that signs the transaction. The elf will never leave the vault. There is no door, and it can't fit through the slot. All it can do is receive the transactions and push them back out. Even if someone manages to get a hold of your hardware wallet, you'll have additional protection in the form of a PIN code. Devices will often reset if the incorrect combination is entered a certain amount of times. Funds that aren't actively being used, those that aren't being spent, staked, lent, or traded should be kept in cold storage. A hardware wallet provides a convenient means of achieving this for users, even those with limited technical knowledge. Hardware wallets must be backed up in case of loss, theft, or destruction. When initializing, the user will often be prompted to record their seed phrase, a list of words that can be used to recover funds on a new device. This gives anyone the ability to spend their coins, so it should be treated as any valuable would. It's recommended that users write these down on paper or etch them into metal and keep them in a private and safe location. Custodial or non-custodial wallets. A custodial crypto wallet is one where your assets are held in custody for you. This means a third party will hold and manage your private keys on your behalf. In other words, you won't have full control over your funds nor the ability to sign transactions. But using a custodial crypto wallet service isn't necessarily a bad thing. In the early days of Bitcoin, all users had to create and manage their own wallets and private keys. While being your own bank brings a lot of benefits, it can be inconvenient and even risky for less experienced users. If your private keys get compromised or lost, you will lose access to your crypto assets permanently. Blockchain analysis reports suggest that over 3 million BTC might be lost forever. There have also been instances of crypto inheritance being unretrievable because the private keys were held by the original crypto owner alone. You can prevent such incidents from happening by sharing access to your assets with a custodian. Even if you happen to forget your cryptocurrency exchange password, you should still be able to access your account and assets by contacting customer support. However, if you're using a non-custodial wallet, you are responsible for keeping your crypto safe. So, in many cases, it makes sense to rely on a custodial wallet service. But this also means that you are entrusting your private keys to a third party. That's why it's important to choose a reliable exchange or service provider. A non-custodial crypto wallet is a wallet where only the holder possesses and controls the private keys. For users who want full control over their funds, non-custodial wallets are the best option. Since there are no intermediaries, you can trade crypto directly from your wallets. It's a good option for experienced traders and investors who know how to manage and protect their private keys and seed phrases. If you found this article useful, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. You can also visit our website, where you find great educational contents about cryptocurrency. As a member of our Cryptocurrency Academy, you'll have access to exclusive resources and tools to help you stay informed and make better trading decisions. Additionally, discover and join our Discord. Our Discord server will provide a supportive network of like-minded individuals who can provide guidance, advice, and encouragement.